Evening, everyone. We do have a visitor with us this evening. I know you guys are all used to Danielle and I being the ones who dominate the conversation, but we did pull in one of our favorites, Colin, from our product team. I will actually let Colin start with introductions today. And Colin, tell us a little bit about what you do for ClassTag and who you are.
Yeah, hi everyone, great to meet you. Colin Mcgee, I'm the head of product at ClassTag. I've been on board for about 1.5 years now, and I obsess about making our product easier and more enjoyable to use for you, the teachers who are using our product. So, I've been in education for about 10 years, grew up in Boston, and just super passionate about education overall as a category.
And Danielle, I will turn it over to you for a little bit and tell them who you are and one of the cool things about you and your ClassTag experience. I want you to tell them about your being one of the first ClassTag users.
You just told them.
I know, I told on you.
Everyone. I'm Danielle. I've been working for ClassTag for over almost 2 years, I would say, 3 summers. And I'm actually one of the first users of ClassTag, so I know our product really well. I really enjoy working with Sam, as well as Colin, and just understanding where our product can go, and especially launching our newest product, our platform is ClassTag Connect, which we're going to go into today. So thanks everyone for joining, and I look forward to chatting.
And for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Sam Hall. I am the content and product marketing manager at ClassTag. I've been with ClassTag for about 3 years, and before that I was a virtual teacher, and before that I was a brick and mortar teacher. So Danielle and I join you with hopefully a little bit of experience, and we're happy to help if you have any need for tips or tricks, because we do know it's back to school season and it's pretty stressful right now. But as Danielle said, we are going over ClassTag Connect and how to really maximize your ClassTag experience school-wide. And that starts really with the free version. So many of you that are joining us, you're teachers, you've probably been using ClassTag, either new to ClassTag or you've been using ClassTag for a couple of years. We have, over the last year, created this amazing platform called ClassTag Connect, which is really geared towards schools and districts and really bringing together the school community. And luckily, we've had Colin and Danielle with us the whole ride through. Danielle is an awesome CSM. She actually gets to work hand in hand with pretty much every single customer, Danielle, to a degree, that signs up with ClassTag Connect. Is that right?
Yeah, I do. I bring them through the whole entire process from when they get connected to the product. I make sure that they get all their rosters set up and ready to go for back to school. And then I provide education, which is my favorite part, being able to show them the platform and help them get set up and ready to go. And most importantly, see the value in ClassTag Connect. And then I make sure they're ready to go for their live dates so they can start communicating with families.
Which is awesome. I mean, you get to hit the ground running if you have Danielle with you, so it makes it a lot easier. Teachers, please let us know, where are you guys from? How is back to school going? We know that there's been a lot of confusion with the COVID variant, and everyone doesn't really know how they want to go back to school. My district has been particularly a little crazy, and we've already been quarantined twice, so it's been a madhouse over here. So I'm wondering how the other teachers are handling it this back to school season. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and bring up a little bit, make it easy, and show you guys a comparison of ClassTag versus ClassTag Connect. So Danielle, can you walk us through maybe some of the first couple points that both teachers and ClassTag Connect users get to kind of enjoy?
Yeah, so most importantly, a lot of you come to ClassTag for the automatic translations. And so both on the free platform and ClassTag Connect, you still get 100+ languages so that all families can stay connected regardless of their language. And also staying true to our platform for both is how parents and any user on ClassTag receives communication, if it happens to be SMS notification, email, through our app or the web, and paper too for our families who may not be as well versed in technology. And one of our most favorite features on ClassTag for teachers is parent-teacher conferences. So that is still going to be available on the free product of ClassTag, as well as for Connect, as well as the ability for supplies and parent contributions. If you haven't checked it out, we have a product called ClassTag Goods, where you can have families contribute coins to your classroom so that you can buy the supplies you need most throughout the school year, not just during back to school. And our 24/7 live support. We have the most amazing support team here at ClassTag. You get to talk with live people who are invested in making sure that you solve your problems and you have the education you need to move forward with whatever you're doing on ClassTag. And as Sam says it, there are no robots.
There are no robots. For those of you that have received the email of get rid of the robot invasion, that's why we have if you don't know, we have an entirely human, no robots there, promise, support team. And when you ask a question, you're not going to get a robot. You actually get a person who's responding to you, which we know is pretty unique across EdTech. And for real, there is a real person. We promise. And Danielle, I'm going to take it from here because I do want to go over, one of the most popular things about ClassTag is that you can truly get to every parent. You send a message and it's going to be received in 100+ languages. It's going to be in their preferred channel. But the nice thing about Connect is it kind of expands upon that. It adds voice broadcasting and social media as well. So it's super easy to get to parents, even if they're not on the platform. You can always get to parents with ClassTag Connect. And voice broadcasting, meaning robocalls. How cool is that? You can, Colin, do you want to talk a little bit about robocalls and some of the cool thing about that? I know we didn't talk about that before, but
sure.
It's really cool.
One of the things that we often hear from both educators and parents is that these days people just want preferences. And so if you like to receive your communications from a text or being pushed to you from an app or from email, you should have that option. We've recently introduced voice broadcast as an option that is available at the district, school, or classroom level, depending on what permissions that you have and what are set up. But the option that provides when you're sending an announcement to also send it as a voice broadcast allows you to hit a group of parents that might not be receiving your communications through the other ways that you're sending it out. And so users also are able to kind of configure the ways that they like to receive messages. And so voice broadcasts are a way for teachers to say, or administrators, that this particular thing that I'm trying to communicate is really important. So I want to make sure that everyone's able to receive it. And I want to make sure that those who are not, text message first are also getting the call and the notification.
Awesome. Yeah, I know that me personally, it's kind of nice to get a robocall because it really means it's important in my district. So when I get a robocall, I actually tune in because I'm like, oh, they'd only robocall me if it was important. So, hey, whatever.
We live in Florida, so when you get a call, it's probably important. Up here in the Northeast, we want to know when it's a snow emergency because those are the nice days to get off.
You get snow days. Well, I guess we get hurricane days, which I don't know if it was any better, but take what you can get. As a kid, I'm sure any kid will take any day off. And going through this real quick, Danielle, I do want to kind of note that we had a really awesome launch this week with district branding. And do you feel like showing off how awesome it looks?
Yes, I would love to. Just let me share my screen.
And teachers who are tuning in, I'm going to have Danielle kind of show off a little bit of the themes that are available to you as well. And just a quick reminder to get ClassTag Plus, which is our amazing themes for free. All you have to do is refer a friend. That's it. And so Danielle, I'll let you kind of show off the branding and how awesome it looks.
Yeah, so for the branding, you are able to, and again, this is for Connect schools and districts who are on Connect. You'll be able to change the top navigation bar as well as the color of the announcements that come out, as well as add some of our themes that have come out on the classroom level are now available on the school and district level. So you would find that under settings where you see district color and themes. When you click that, you have an array of options to pick from for themes as well as primary colors. So my second favorite theme other than the modern, which you're seeing right now, is boho. So if I was teaching, this would definitely be my theme. And I'd probably pair it with, let's just do like a pink color. And I mean, I'm not sure how many schools and districts are going to start their ClassTag year off with this, branding and theme, but we can all dream, right? So as you can see here, it automatically changed the top navigation bar and all the announcements, as well as the background theme. So yeah, that's a look at the themes as well as the school and district banding.
And teachers who are joining us, I do want to call out our lead advisor who helped with the boho theme. Stacy, if you're listening in, hi. Thanks for the help. We love having teachers kind of join us in the process. So if you're thinking of a theme you'd like to see in the future, feel free to drop it in the comments or let us know. We love hearing, how you want us to take ClassTag to the next level. We enjoy hearing the feedback, and we'll forward it to Colin because he loves hearing it, and make sure the product team actually hears it too. And so jumping a little bit down, I do want to kind of concentrate on a couple things: parent communication logs, classroom, communication reports, family engagement. We have a lot of reports here, right? So this is kind of why we brought Colin on, because he is the reporting master. And Colin, do you mind walking us through some of the reports that are popular with ClassTag Connect?
Absolutely. So thank you. If you want to put my screen front and center. So ClassTag Connect, one of the key benefits of it, especially when you're doing cascading communications across your district, school, and classrooms, is the ability to look at reporting that allows you to consolidate all those communications and look specifically at families. Oftentimes when I talk to district administrators, they're saying, we send out a survey through our broadcast tool, and we might know how many people respond to that survey, and we're doing some stuff at the classroom level, but our parents just feel inundated with all of the different ways we're communicating. And so when you put it in one suite of communication, not only are parents receiving communications from just one place, but then you have the data to kind of look at how you're doing overall. The first thing that I want to share is our classroom activity report. So if you're an administrator, one of the things that you want to do is know where you're effective and where you're ineffective. And so our classroom activity report allows you to look at classrooms and compare them across a few metrics. One, what percentage of families are active and connected in ClassTag right now? And then two, how are they opening up the communications that are being sent overall? And so here, if you wanted to look at a histogram of connected families, you'd notice that you have a high percentage of classrooms where not all the families are up and running in ClassTag. But then you have some classrooms where a really high percentage are connected and receiving communications. And so as an administrator, this helps you focus in on where your problems are. To zero in on a few other reports, we have an at-risk report, which is really effective at letting you know which families you're having a difficult time communicating with. So we call out those who are unreachable, meaning they have a bad credential in the system, their phone number doesn't work, what have you. We also call out those who are unresponsive, those who are just not reading any of the communications that are being sent by teachers or administrators. And so with the at-risk report, you're able to export and then follow up with those parents who are no longer receiving communications. To answer your question though, Sam, you were wondering about the communication log, and that's something that we've introduced new for the upcoming school year. So with the communication log, teachers can log things that happen outside of ClassTag. Like let's say there was a in-person interaction with a parent that was important enough that it should be written down and recorded. That you can now record inside of ClassTag for Connect customers and teachers with ClassTag Plus. But then what you can also do on the reporting side is export all of the communications that have occurred to a specific family unit or guardian. So that way, let's say it's a special ed situation or just any where you want to be able to look at all of the communications that a family has received. You'll now have that one place where you can export a list across all the different people communicating with that family. So that's just one of the ways and benefits that you get from having a comprehensive reporting suite. But I hope that at least shows the power of ClassTag Connect and some of the data that's available through it.
Yeah, and I think it's really important that our listeners know that the at-risk report, for example, is great, especially in those situations where you're not really sure where the families are or if they're even showing up, and how to get in touch with them. And it's very actionable. You can Colin, you can print out a list of people who are unreachable and be able to contact them right after another. So it kind of saves time on top of it.
Yeah, one thing that we know is that the actions that you might take with families really vary depending on the reason why they're at risk. If you have a bad credential, there might be someone in the central office that's going to follow up with all those families. But if they're unresponsive, that means they're not reading the communications that a teacher's sending, and it's the teacher who's going to be following up on that. So you're absolutely right. You can filter down to all of the unreachable families, export that list, and have one person in the district or school run down and try and get those families connected.
I know that's especially important in districts and schools where attendance matters and it sets the budget, to be real. I mean, that's a real concern for a lot of teachers.
It's the families that are unreachable, yeah, are the ones that are most concerned of truancy, absenteeism, etc. And so, yeah, I oftentimes hear we know the feedback that we're getting from the families we can reach, but it's the ones that we can't reach are the ones that we're trying to connect to, and that's what Connect helps you understand.
Perfect. Thanks for that. That definitely clears up a lot of things, hopefully, for a lot of users who ask about reporting. And then I kind of want to go to the bottom because this is Danielle's place to shine, really, is for those teachers who get really annoyed, and I would be the teacher who does this, by the way, because I was a high school teacher and kids come in and out of your classroom quite frequently through the year. Actually having to like manually input that is so much work. So Danielle, we kind of take that problem out of it. Can you kind of talk a little bit about easy adoption with SIS?
Yeah, sure. So we have ways that schools can pull their data and upload it to ClassTag. We can do it through Clever ClassLink, which is an easy sync, and it automatically pulls the data nightly. So all edits can be made directly through your student information system. And we also use something called, it's a little technical, but one roster. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we have any way that you need to pull your data, we're able to help you with. And teachers, think about when you had just started teaching, how a lot of you had a mentor, someone who helped you understand the ropes of teaching, and you got to check in with maybe monthly or quarterly to ask how things were going, and someone that can provide you best practices. Well, what my team does is not only walk you through getting roster set up, but we make sure that you have professional development. So we will educate new staff, schools, districts, and most importantly, admin too, so that they understand our reporting suite, how to navigate the ClassTag product, so that they're also setting the expectation of sending out communication on a unified platform. And when you sign on with Connect, you have a dedicated advisor or customer success manager, me being one of them, to just guide you through the process and make sure you're successful. So it's a great experience, and a quick one too. The whole implementation process can be done within 4 weeks. Sooner if you have everything ready to go, your rosters, dates picked out for professional development, and then we send you on your way and watch you do your magic.
That's awesome. And I did drop in the comments, if you are looking at this and you're like, oh, I'd love to do this, I need to get my administrator on board. We try to make the process super easy, so feel free to click, fill out the form, and we'll take it from there. You don't even need to worry about anything. And you get ClassTag Plus for free for a month with all the cool themes. So it kind of works out. And Colin, real quick, do you mind telling everyone what we can kind of expect in the future for ClassTag Plus? We have a few things, kind of in the works in the background.
Yeah, ClassTag Plus, we're really just getting started with. And so we launched with the initial set of themes that we are really excited about. And thank you, Danielle, for showing off a few of those. We'll be having seasonal themes coming up for Halloween and for some of the other major events in the coming year. We also want to hear from teachers oftentimes that they just want to have more fun and be more expressive with the ways that they can communicate with families. And so the spirit of ClassTag ClassTag Plus is giving that to teachers, and we plan to introduce different ways to enhance the announcements and communications that are happening with families. And so we're working on the details of that, but you can expect more colors, more emojis, and just more ways to express yourself is what we want to provide.
And I do believe we have communication logs for ClassTag Plus for teachers coming?
Communication logs are coming very soon in ClassTag Plus. And so, as I mentioned on the Connect side of the world, just being able to log the physical interactions that happen with parents, or the phone calls, or the things that you're doing outside of ClassTag, allow you to just keep more of your world in one place, versus having to kind of physically write down those interactions right now. So that will be coming soon in ClassTag Plus in the next few weeks. Yeah, we look forward to just hearing your experience with it.
And teachers tuning in, that's really good news for you, because you can actually, the communication log is to put in things that don't actually happen in ClassTag, like a phone call. It will actually document all that for you. And from what I understand, Colin, they'll be able to print that to have an actual log. So if you, I know Michigan specifically require teachers to have this log on them, we make it easy for you.
That's the goal. Is most of the things that you're doing are already happening in ClassTag, and there's a few things that you're doing outside of ClassTag, but you need to print the log. And so you can log those few interactions inside ClassTag, then you can just say, give me everything for that one family, and meet the requirement. And that's what we want to make really easy for you.
Awesome. Well, if anyone has any other questions, remember we do kind of man the chat for 24 hours plus, and we'll definitely answer your questions, and we love hearing where you're from. And looking forward, you guys will have a replay of our very first 2 sessions with back to school tips and tricks and adding parents coming up in the next 2 weeks. And then Danielle, we're actually going to get in rotation about once a month and have kind of a product update, an exciting like once a month thing with our lead advisors. So all the exciting things that are coming down, we're going to kind of go over with you guys once a month and jump on and have a good chat. So thank you for joining us this evening, and we will be back soon. Bye, guys.